Hello, everybody. It's your friend, it's your brother, it's your son, Batunde Kayode Oluwaseun. Babatunde Kayode Oluwaseun. Um, the topic of today is the power of your choice. The power of your choice, which is very, very important. The power of your choice is decision that you make, maybe in the middle of dilemma, maybe in the middle of crisis, or maybe in the spaghetti junction. The power of your choice. But before we go to that level, I've got a letter to read for you. Some of you might be wondering who is sending you letter. Letter from your shadow. Yeah, shadow. You know your shadow. We all got shadow. It reads this way: Dear companion, dear friend, I've been with you since the day one you appear on this planet. I always stand by you, and I always appear taller and bigger wherever the day is bright and the light shows, just to show you that you can get bigger too, just to let you know that you can get higher and taller in all your endeavor. Dear companion, dear friend, I don't like you hiding, and I don't like you running away from me, because we are here together and we are in it all the time. As you know, in all the places I always appear. When things go other way, I always appear. I never run away. Just to let you know that at least I stay with you. In the bigger place, you see me appear. During the moonlight, you see me appear. Just to show you that I'm with you, and this invisible God that with you. Dear friend, bear in mind that you always are victorious, and you can run, but you can't hide for me. You can run, but you can't hide for me. That's the letter from your shadow, and that is what prompts the power of your choice. There's a little story regarding that. There's a little story attaching to that about the shadow, the young boy that was just growing and have no idea about what the shadow is. And there's allegory after that attaching to that. This young boy decided one day to go for the fishing. He loved fishing, and he loved doing different things just to, you know, explore the world, enjoy himself, and see how the glory will come to him. And sometimes he praised himself. One day, he went fishing. He got his line and went to the river. As he got to the river, he saw many fishes. So, and in his mind, he was targeting bigger one. Remember, the topic of today is the power of your choice. He threw the line to the river and aiming to catch bigger fish. But as he was doing that, the shadow emerged. And inside his mind, he saw the shadow and the fish ran away. Inside his mind, he was thinking it was his shadow. It was its shadow that chased the fish away. And he was totally furious and pissed off with the shadow. How can you piss off with your shadow, my dear? You shouldn't. That's the last thing an entity should do. You should never, never, never piss off with your shadow. It's impossible. Anyway, he made up his mind that he would dump the shadow. He would ditch the shadow and he started running. Luckily for him, at the front was a big oak tree. Then he get there, he hide. Sun was coming from that side. The sun rays was coming from that side, and it was eating, behind the oak tree. And the tree was so big, so he couldn't see the shadow. And he was happy that, okay, oh, thank God that that's done. I get rid of the shadow now. As he peeped out, he saw his shadow again, his head, and he said, what's good? He took off again. He went home, picked up his toolbox, and got thousands of nails. And he get onto the field, start nailing his shadow, thinking the shadow will be stuck on the ground. But no, that never happened. And he wasn't happy with it. He never stopped there. He carried on. He was trying everything to get rid of the shadow. He got the shovel and was digging that he would bury the shadow. And this time around, sun was setting and the sun was about to go to rest. Then darkness was coming. He finished the hole. No more sun. And he said, oh, shadow has gone. It, filled the hole. He dug with the soil. Thought the shadow has been buried. He went to his tent, slept. As early as following day, he woke up. The day was bright, sunshine, sun was rising. The shadow appeared again. That shows you the shadow love him. I was pissed off. So wow, you again? I thought you gone, but he never gone. Then he made up his mind that, okay, if I can get rid of this shadow, I must, probably have to collide, have to make a choice and agree with my shadow. And he said to himself, okay, I have to get back to the river and use this shadow. I'm going to catch bigger fish and you're going to catch bigger fish as well. He make a choice and he head toward the shadow. You can see that's the choice he made. He get back to the river. He make a choice to accept the shadow and get back to the river to go and catch fish. But before we go on that level, the allegory of that story will start now. State of mind is something that's very, very important. For some of us, or some of you that believe in Charles Darwinism, from 1802 to 1809 to 1882. Evolution. People were saying, how come people from animal to, from fish to toad, baboon to, whatever animal to humanity, to state of mind of man. Charles Darwin, to the best of my knowledge, I'm not dealing with this a practical of the physical evolution. I translate Taoism to state of mind of human. If a state of mind is not balanced, it's not in a certain frequency with the universe, it's not in the high realm, Humans are more dangerous than animal. If your state of mind is not evolved to where you can connect to spiritualism as a spirit being, when you haven't get to that level, humans are more dangerous than animal, right? And that's why I see Charles Darwin. That's why I see Darwinism. The state of mind from that level of animal growing to certain baboon, growing to certain level, and graduated to human is when probably when you were at younger age, and when you're growing, finding yourself as an adult, mind could be a lot of people carries animal's mind, killer's mind, greedy mind, jealousy mind, and those things cause a lot of trouble in humanity. But when you get to level of where you are touched to the spiritual realm, where you know how or where you belong and worry less, then you involve, then you're in your entity, you're human. Now, thank you for that. Let's go on the allegory of the Shadow's boy. When he went for fishing to the river, that is a choice. He was making a choice to make a way, find a way where he could be happy, you know, catch a lot of fish, probably for to feed himself, friend, or probably to make money. But when he saw the fish running away, thinking its shadow was the one that chasing the fish away, that was the wrong side of the mind. They make a wrong choice. Remember, the topic of what we're talking about is power of your choice. You make a wrong choice, and what is the choice? You wanna get rid of the shadow. You wanna get rid of the shadow. How can you get rid of the shadow? That means it was eluded. And with this unbalanced state of mind, you could be eluded. And you could get into spaghetti junction where thing wasn't clear, where you don't know right decision to make, and where you can't run life, but you allow life to run you. Well, he ran. When he was running, remember the letter of the shadow, that even when you run or wherever you go, he always like to be there for you. I always follow you wherever you go, just to show you that you have a God. And wherever you stand, I always stand taller, just to show you that you can get taller, you can get bigger in your thought, because it's the thought that runs human. The boy was hidden beside the big oak of tree, right? It was hidden beside the big oak tree, and the shadow wasn't appear because the oak tree has blocked the ray of the sun, the brightness of the mind. He was hidden. Because he was hidden in his mind, shadow disappear. And when you hidden, things change. Things change. There's no clarity. And when you hidden, probably due to certain shenanigans, probably due to certain bad gathering, probably due to certain wrong decision, probably due to certain lack of enlightenment. It was hidden, and that was the only time the shadow disappear. Because he made up his mind, he decided, he make his choice that he gonna hide. And hidden is not the best, it's not the best option for human to do, or entity, let me say, for being to do. Because remember, it's human being, two things, but it match together. I said it earlier in my earlier video. Words are for codes And this code are used to manipulate human, to control, to enlighten. Once we can know how to digest order, we are halfway there. So, other allegory of the story is when he went and got nailed. He went to the toolbox and get nailed, and he was nailing the shadow. When you nailing that shadow, nail doesn't do a good job in human. One of the saint was nailed according to the story, and he wasn't happy with it. So when you nailing that, when he was nailing that, that's like a body abuse. When you are abusing your body on a certain level, on different way, your body will be telling you that, okay, that's not good, you don't want that. Inner voice, inner speaker will be telling you. But some of us ignore it because we just want to achieve that. So nailing, when the boy was nailing in shadow, the allegory that attached to that was that body and spirit abuse. But do you know what? No matter what that abusement goes on, spirit and soul never back off. They stay with you. They stay with you because the love is too much that they can't even depart from us. When he nailed the shadow, as he stood up, he realized that the shadow comes up again. That shows you that we are still here. He loves you. The shadow loves you. The soul loves you. Your spirit loves you too. Okay. The other part of the story was when he was digging hole to bury the shadow. Some of people make a way of even up to a certain level of killing themselves. Killing themselves in different way. It could be using of drug, it could be using of different things, it could be involving different business, it could be bad gathering, it could be wrong relationship, it could be toxic relationship. But as he was doing that, remember, it was darkened, the day was darkened. And that darkened day of human, that's a darkened day, that's the testing time of human. When the day is dark, they say, oh, he was on his dark time. It was in low time. I will never allow you to stay too much on a downtown. I would love to invite you to Honey Lane. Honey Lane is it's lovely. Honey Lane is just in the state of your mind. It's here. And whatever you picture here, Honey Lane will come to pass. After that burial of the shadow that he thought, he slept over it. Daybreak, and he saw the shadow again. That means how dark the downtown is, or how dark your down period is, it's just a tunnel. And after the tunnel, always light. After the tunnel, always light. After the tunnel, bear that in mind, and let's see and appreciate that all the time. And this is a message from your shadow. And I, Babatunde Kayode Oluwaseun, I manage to pass it to you. Go on YouTube and search Babatunde Kayode Oluwaseun. Subscribe to our channel and let us know your feelings about what we're giving to the humanity. What I'm passing on, I've been on certain road and I can experience some, and that's why easy for me to digest it, to say it, and to pass it on to people. Babatunde Kayode Oluwaseun. Letter from your shadow. And the topic of today is power of your choice. Love you all, love humanity, and love the Great Britain, and love the whole world.